What up, peoples? Mr. A coming at you again. I'm gonna do a piggyback off Kevin Samuels, the two types of guys women always go for. I was listening to like a couple minutes of it. I said, you know what? Just gonna do a video on it. Here we go. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace. Here we go.
Love. They go crazy over them. And this is the only real battle. This is the battle at the top of the battles. Throughout any time in history, throughout any culture, throughout any race, you're going to see that at the top, you're going to see women love these two guys. So let's get number one. Number one, the number one guy all women love. All women, everywhere, no respect of class, no respect of any of that shit, is the bad boy. That's right, is the bad boy. In the black community, you want to call them Pookie and Ray Ray. That's what the bad boy falls in that category. On the other side, it would be, Brad or Chad. Pick
Ted Bundy.
one. It would be the guy in the leather jacket and the motorcycle with the tattoos.
Richard Ramirez.
The bad boy. The bad boy is always an archetype. We're talking about archetypes. Women love the bad boy archetype because he represents rebellion. He represents actually pushing against the father and the men in her family's control. A father is going to raise his girl up to be nice, prim, proper, respected. He wants somebody to be right for his little princess. And she's going to think about the dude that just talks to her the way she needs to be talked to and screwed the way she needs to be screwed. Shout out to Alan Roger Curry when he talked about I met this judge one time from this upper bourgeoisie family and couldn't figure out why his daughter loved this street dude. Hey man, he said he fucks me the way I need to be. You can't, like it or not, this is at the crux of the Pookie Ray Ray argument. Because women love bad boys.
It is what it is, and like I said again, this is just me being an observer. I told y'all, man, the milk's been spilled, the die's been cast. That's who the average man emulates, especially in the community. The dudes who all the women flock towards, is a monkey see, monkey do. And I say personally, you don't really have to do that. Just be an individual, man. Yeah, that rebellious, not giving a fuck, sure, that helps. But you can still have your own individuality and do that. You don't have to copy off their husband's spirit just to sleep with them. It is what it is. But some men do. Some men don't have the internal fortitude to think for themselves and have their own identity. It's easier to copy off somebody and just mimic other people's mannerisms and be a freaking lemming. That's just my opinion. Like I said again, I can tell dudes that mold themselves because it's not really authentic. You're really downloading somebody else's spirit. You can go through the motions and all that, get the tattoos and quote the songs, but it hasn't came from within. There is a difference of being real and being a carbon copy. That's why I just say think for yourself. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm a black man. I'm a Pookie that thinks. I got my own style, my own individual riz, if you will. I don't copy off nobody. Somebody said I look like Tommy Sotomayor. That is not intentional. That is not intentional. It is what it is. Let's keep going.
I could give you all the psychological reasons, but that's just the truth. The rebellion, the danger, all of it. And here's the thing. You can lie to yourself and think that changes some point in life. It doesn't. It doesn't. They just stop talking about it as much.
It doesn't change. Like I said again, that video I did the other day, woman with the 4 kids, I can turn the wife and the mother on and off. It never goes away. The imprint is real. That's a black pill for your ass. It doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. Once they've been banged out by the dudes that give them butterflies, you don't turn that off. It's just natural. Just accept it or just go monk mode. If you ain't first, you're last. That's basically what that translates to. Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
There's never a place where women get to like, well, I went through my bad boy phase and now I want Mr. Rogers. No, that's shit that they tell you guys.
I didn't even really got this far. I was listening to a little bit. I said I'm just gonna do a reaction to it. What did he just say right there? He just confirmed everything I be talking about. You can't turn it on and turn it off, man. You can't turn it on or turn it off. I've gone through that phase. I wasn't even gonna go there. I just the last few videos I've been doing talking about it, I'm still kind of fresh on that. But there we go. Boom, right there. He just literally confirmed everything I've been talking about. You don't turn that off. You don't go backwards, man. Even when you find Jeebus, you don't take those experiences away. Those demons are still there. Move accordingly. I wasn't even going to go there. Wow.
They tell you, I want Miss women get to it like, well, I went through my bad boy phase and now I want Mr. Rogers. No, that's shit that they tell you guys. They tell you that so you won't feel guilty and won't feel inadequate trying to measure up to the dude she's really thinking about while you on top of her doing the best you can.
You can't fake it, bro. You can't fake it. Like that video, like to that clip I played, you know, how can I get my husband to be like the man that gives me butterflies? You can't. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He will never be that guy. He can quote all the goddamn rap songs and try to mimic the mannerisms and all that. He's not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. And again, I'm not even going to go here, y'all. I'm just doing all this on the fly because, again, I got to cook on this because it's still resonating with me for the last few videos. I'm still kind of hot on it. So, yeah. And I keep telling you, you trying to impress that, is my dick big enough for that's pointless. Accept it, bro. Learn to be comfortable in your own skin. Not give a fuck, bro. You radiate whether you have her there or not. If you're not first, you're last. It doesn't matter. She's not yours. It's just your turn. That is not just a cute catchphrase. That's a fact. She's not yours. It's just your turn. I like to add the mighty Reese Bobby. Always remember, if you're not first, you're last. So you're up here thinking you're less than, trying to please her. You lose. Good day, sir, because you can't satiate it.
Show you that so you won't just, no, that's shit that they tell you guys. They tell you that so you won't feel guilty and won't feel inadequate trying to measure up to the dude she's really thinking about while you on top of her doing the best you can. Shut the front door. That is the truth, the unvarnished truth.
Kevin Samuels just confirming it, man. Thank you. That's completely on the fly, y'all. I didn't even know he's gonna say all that. Yep, that's why I keep telling you, learn to love that man in the mirror, bro. You feeling you less than, I need to try to please her, I need to try to win her over. Nope, it's never gonna be enough. And once you've been out there in the streets, got that demon in them, there's no going back. So these dudes ice getting uphill, trying to get them, is pointless.
They tell you that you're acceptable while she's thinking about the guy she really wants while you laying on top of her doing the best you can. But you get that missionary position. You get, the transactional, kind of stuff. And I talked about a video today on how to fix this shit because everybody can't be a bad boy. Everybody can't be a bad boy because you don't want to take penitentiary chances. You are too law and order. And I'm not judging. See, this is amoral and pragmatic. I don't care if you like it. Everybody can't be the bad boy. You don't want to take those risks.
You can't be that guy. If you dot the I and cross the T, mother sucker, which there ain't nothing wrong with that. You're not that guy. Don't try to be. Mold your own identity, your own individuality. But this, like I said again, a lot of guys aren't going to do this again. I just put it out there, let he receive. A lot of dudes aren't going to do this. This all TLDR. This all boils back to doing the internal. Learn to love that man in the mirror. But I told you, we keep looping it back, man. Kevin Samuels even confirming it.
And that's cool. The bad boy is always going to be one of the top. Bad boy. Think about it, even back when we had the quintessential All-American show, Happy Days. Who was the most successful character on there? Fonz. Hey. Even in that idyllic, lily whitewashed America, Richie Potsy, the Cunninghams, Joni Chachi, All-American Al's Burger Shop and Bebop and Poodle Skirts and all that. Who comes up? The leather jacket wearing, motorcycle riding, knock on the door, jukebox work, looks at a girl, come up. Just go back and look at 1970s and look at how cool, how much of a dom game Fonzie was running. Fonzie was running a dom game in the 70s. Fonz was the shit, bad boy. That character existed because they knew women would gravitate towards it. And here's the thing, of the 9 of you guys who hit dislike, here's why you hit dislike. Because you like them too. You like them too because they do the shit that you don't have balls enough to do.
That's why I said, man, you don't got. I'm not a, I wouldn't show my face. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's a certain energy. It's a certain spirit. That's why I said talking shit behind anonymity and stuff, bro. That. It is what it is, bro. Yep, that dude's getting mad in the dislike button. That's that black pill truth. They don't like it.
Oh, you like them too because they do the shit that you don't have balls enough to do. Oh, ooh. Watch the dislikes go up. Watch it again. You like the bad boys too because they have the balls to do shit that you don't have the balls to do. You wish you could be like them. You wish you could stand up and say, man, fuck you. We're not gonna take it. You wish you could do it, but you just can't. People disapprove of me. I don't want to be like him. I don't want to be a bad boy. I like being Captain America in the Boy Scout because Captain America always wins. No, he doesn't. That's some shit they put on movies to sell you goobers a ticket.
Damn, he going in on this one. That's the truth, man. That's why I said, man, learn to love that guy in the mirror, bro. It is what it is, man. I mean, that's 80% of women procreate to 40% of men. I mean, there has to be some kind of truth to this, bro. That's why I said, man, it is what it is. All this is it's funny how it's all just coming full circle, man.
Like it or not, bad boys are an archetype for all women. And it's not just black women, all women. You know what happens? A teenage bad boy is different than a 20-something bad boy, is different than 30-something, 40-something, 50-something. But the bad boy stays the bad boy. Johnny Depp's character, that bad boy. You can become a corporate raider, a pirate. See, that bad boy can go from high school to Wall Street, and he still has that killer instinct, that shark thing, and he eats up, and women love him. Now, here's the thing. Somebody had to say it. I'm going to tell you, that's what it is. But there's another guy that women love. Again, it's an archetype, and they love this guy just as universally. Even the women that say they don't. And this guy is going to be the more controversial of the ones because this is the guy women actually say they don't dig as much as they really do. They'll come out of their mouth and say, oh, I don't like guys like that. See, most women will agree out front, yeah, I like bad boys because we know it's more socially acceptable. But this other guy, they'll come out and they're like, I mean, some women like him, but I don't like him as much. I like my guy a different one. And you know what that one is? It's the pretty boy. Yup, the pretty boy. The bad boy and the pretty boy. Now, when I say pretty boy, I'm not talking about delicate features, fingernails. Get that shit out of your head. I'm talking about what some people call the jawline. Jeremy Meeks, remember that dude? The guy who had went from the mug shot to being a kept man. The jawline with the eyes. Pretty boys. There will be women who be like, I don't like a guy that's pretty. I like a guy that's rugged face. And there'll even be guys who are like, man, get bullshit. And I love it. And this is one that guys tend to have a problem with. Because most men will accept the bad boy because he's masculine and when you say pretty boy, it pisses a lot of rock face niggas off. Because a lot of rock face dudes off because they can't be the pretty boy. Because a pretty boy is a face guy. Don Draper, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio. See, a lot of times they'll try to paint the pretty boy as some kind of effeminate weakling, and that ain't it. Right. Not even by a long shot. That's what a lot of dudes who really hate on this dude, this archetype, try to paint him as.
I mean, if he's still a pussy, he's still a pussy, man. I mean, it makes me think of, who was that? Just recently, Keke Palmer had her the light-skinned dude with good hair. You saw what she did to him. She chewed him up and spit him out. So, I mean, I still disagree with the pretty boy. I mean, to an extent, but if he's still a simp, she ain't gonna respect him. She ain't gonna respect him. He's just gonna be a pretty boy simp. I've seen that numerous times. It's because he looked good. It's because he got that pretty. Yeah, a simp's a simp, man. Yep, that's an energy. I've seen, so like I said again, I've seen Big Goose, 6'6", 6'7", Big Goose, rock face, Big Goose. Got the exterior of a Pookie, but he's still on the inside soft as sherbet. So I mean, I disagree on that. A simp's a simp.
And that's cool. He's still gonna fuck your bitch. Yeah, them rock face dudes get mad at the pretty boys. And they'll be the main ones. Oh man, you don't need to be a pretty boy. You motherfucker looking like the Thing. What you gonna tell me? Shut up. Because women like bad boys and pretty boys. Let me give you an example in the black community. How many of you guys went to college? Okay, well, if you went to college, you know the Divine Nine. Let's talk about the fraternities. I gotta give all five. But the one, when I went to school, it was the Alphas, the Sigmas, the Iotas weren't on our yard, but then there was the Kappa and the Qs. There was the Noops and the Qs. I'm a Noop. I'm a Kappa. The smallest chapters on any yard were always the Kappas and the Qs. We were diametrically opposed. The Qs were the big muscle-bound, Green Mile, Michael Clark Duncan looking Negroes. Gonna get some cornbread. The big old swole up dudes. Walk around with the big old Mega brand on, walking with the gold boots, and they got sweating and shit with the Boone's Farm sweat going everywhere, Jerry Curl juice, looking like a bunch of full force motherfuckers barking at bitches.
Full force.
Scaring the pussy away. Q's got much play on the yard. Cause there was big old swole up there. They played middle linebacker. They ain't played positions that weren't even out there. The Q's.
The social programming is real. I just wanted this is my take on that, man. Just the social, that heart, all that shit. That is manufactured programming, bro. In my opinion. Yep, that's just a bunch of the individuality, man. I'm not a big fan of those fraternities either, man. I think there's something spiritual, the Kappa, Delta out, them little rituals and stuff they be doing. But yeah, man, I don't. The bad boys, and that's it. 20%er, everybody else is 80%. You can have your little variations and all that. Like you said, the pretty boys, you still acting like a simp, they're not gonna respect you. You just a pretty boy that's acting like a simp, you still ain't gonna get respected. Now, if you're a pretty boy and you still got the riz, the not giving a fuck, sure, you might be able to win. But if you're a pretty boy, you still acting like a simp, you're still a simp. You're still gonna be in that 80% category. But I don't know. I agree with him a little bit on that. Of course, the bad boy trumps it all. But like I said, 20%, everything else is 80%. You can have your little variations on that, but it is what it is. But that's all I got on that, man. I'm about done on that. I am out. Latest.